Master. OG Pokemon Master.
We are so nerds, and we're here to entertain you.
Well, go on,
Kyle.
Carol.
Kyle's all
What?
quiet.
You I me? I thought you were.
Yeah, go.
Just
Uh-huh.
swing your
we need
arms in the
intros,
air
Carol.
like Kermit the
Hey, come on,
Frog.
Carol.
Swing your arms in the air
Wow,
like Kermit
I
the
was
Frog.
like totally.
Yeah, exactly. Just be Kermit the Frog. He's entertaining.
All right. Well, stop doing that, Kyle. Why have we start this now? I haven't done it in a while, so you follow. Well, you no longer follow.
Red Bear.
Let's see. Hey, subscribe to us on YouTube. Unlike that other channel, subscribing is free, and you'll be able to see all our playlists and everything of all our previous episodes of CRED and every other thing we've ever done on Twitch. We're no longer part of that. They deserve it. Let's see. All right. Follow us on Twitter at mhobowink. At mhobowink. Take a look at Threadless. We have a merch store which has a lot of our games, and just a bunch of nerdy and fun stuff in there. That is also, I'm pretty sure you also find it under mhobowink. That is the theme of this channel. We have a Discord. We also have a game. We have an open one shot every other Saturday. It won't be this Saturday. It'll be the following Saturday. If you want to get in, new players are more than welcome. It doesn't matter if you've ever played before. We'll teach you. That is mhobowink@gmail.com. Let's see. What else is there? Is that it? There's our sponsors, but I think that's it for us. There's our sponsors. First of all, we have Pirate Dog Dice, who makes really cool custom. I actually have my Terran sent right here. Really cool custom. Like, they even have a murder hobo thing. My screen is gonna cause it to go wonky. But they made this really cool set of dice. They put little papers with music notes in them. For Karen, which is my first character I really played on here. If you want,
Kyle.
talk to Pirate. They're on Twitter. What the hell is going on? And of course, our other sponsor, Oddfish Games, makers of Adventure Sense. Mr. Knight, do you have your Adventure Sense nearby?
Somewhere. There's one.
I was gonna say, you always have it ready.
Fishing docks.
You have fishing docks.
Fishing docks.
Because when we ever get to play our Dragonlance game, he's gonna break them out to add atmosphere to your game. Also, when your rolls stink and the game kind of stinks, well, the room at least doesn't have to stink. This is Adventure Sense.
Fishy.
Oh, now here's where it gets a little iffy on what I remember. All right, because they have a lot of really cool games. So they have
Smoky Campfire.
RPG, Smoky Campfire. That's a good one. Do you have Tavern too? The Tavern one.
No, I
have
don't.
the Tavern one.
No, you have it.
I have the Tavern one. But also they have had an RPG with your cat, where you literally play an RPG with your cat. I was reading the rules; it looks hilarious. You also have, is it the solar system, which is comprised? You would know, Kyle. I don't do this. I don't get the notes from Frank because I don't do this. I can't read that.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure how anybody can read that.
Oh, it is the solar system. Hey, I remembered. And it's made up of, it's made up of all their systems where you can help you build an RPG or even play solo or stories or whatever.
Also, DJ, you stumbled on why it takes me so long to stumble through all my things.
Yeah, but you have the notes.
What word is that?
Type it out.
Yeah, why don't you type it out or print it? What, you still need to stretch?
Or pre-record it and just hit play.
I think that's it for really the intros.
I would like to add that Threadless is having a sale for t-shirts.
Okay.
So definitely give that a checkout. And
It's
I
$12
say
Did I see
$12.
$12 tees? That's like their cheapest sale.
12 smackaroonies.
Because usually it was $13 tees. And the
12
funny thing is,
schmeckles.
their prices I
12
thought
schmeckles.
went up. That's really weird. On YouTube, there looks like there's a hand on my face. A little hand.
There you go. All right.
Somebody's got a mouse somewhere on the screen, Frank. But anyways, that's all I can think of for our sponsors. But then there's our intros. I guess I'll go first. Hi, my name is Carol. I'm otherwise known as Muses Touch, so you can find me on Twitter at Muses Touch. You can find me on Twitch at Muses Touch. You can find me on Threadless because I have Muses Touch and nerdy painting and hopefully eventually some D&D stuff up there. At Muses no underscore touch. There's underscores under everything else. I stream mini painting on Twitch. I'm also a longtime gamer, occasional GM, and on this game, I play Anja Yeager, my somewhat crazy half-elven ranger barbarian. And I think that's all for me. All right, I'm gonna go to Riley because Kyle is still not ready.
Yeah, so my name's Ernest, and I'm playing Riley, the Destruction Domain Cleric. And and Riley here forgot what happened last session, so he's gonna leave it to Mr. Knight to let us know what happened.
That's
Riley
fine.
doesn't remember what
That's
happened
fine.
last. I
That's
mean,
fine.
a lot of
It was 2 weeks ago. I've
Unfortunately,
slept since then.
I think a lot of it was Anja was basically.
That's why he doesn't remember.
That's why I think you did some,
Maybe.
but I think unfortunately,
I think we got like one scene.
Anja got in a battle. So, and then of course, Mr. Knight, who are you really?
Hello, I am DJ. I play Mr. Knight, the lovable, intelligent, bestest character on this game.
Oh,
clearly.
give me a break.
Well, I'm not a human or some other two-legged, ignoramus. So clearly, Mr. Knight is superior.
Oh,
see,
he's a
Kyle,
cat.
Kyle knows this.
He's
Even
like
the GM
channeling
realizes
the
this.
cat. So,
So yes, Mr. Knight is a bard, spirit bard. I need to do more spirit bard stuff. And he's in the Dreamlands, relaxing right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, truth be told, that's actually where Anja. We left Anja off. She's in the Dreamlands too. After she managed to ruin, or my dice managed to ruin Kyle's day. And
So
I
you
rolled
both
a
are in the
6.
Dreamlands.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're not together.
And Riley's not.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't
Interesting.
know. Well, I don't know because there's a time thing going on. Now it's been a few days in my
see.
timeline,
We'll see.
but time
We
moves
don't know,
Carol.
differently.
We
We
don't
know.
know.
Well, we know time moves differently in the Dreamlands.
Do we know?
Yeah, because otherwise it'd be like 10,000
I don't know
years
it.
old.
Do we know?
I'd probably be 10,000 years old. I am not 10,000 years old. Kyle, are you ready to introduce yourself and get this party started?
Hey, everybody, welcome to CRED. You are watching
God.
Cthulhu Rises, Everyone Dies here on Murder Hobo Inc. every other Thursday. Check out the Saturday show, Calamity, this Saturday, followed by Margoo on Sunday. That's right, I'm going to repeat the whole thing. with
Don't you
even better
freaking
than
dare.
Carol.
No.
Dungeon
don't
Master,
you
can we just
dare.
cut him?
Yeah, can we just. Frank, can you just kill his camera?
The
and
best
his
part is,
sound?
yeah, he's not talking to me. He's talking to
We'll run the
real
game tonight.
puppeteer behind the scenes. All right, okay, all right. Obviously,
'Cause I want to play
Kyle,
tonight.
I am the dungeon master, but not
The.
the puppeteer master tonight. Gosh, Carol, I think you got most of it okay, but you forgot everything.
Oh, shut
But
up.
we'll do that at the end, just to
What did I forget?
to make sure the No, hey, at the
I
end,
got the
Carol, I have to get
sponsors.
the game going, Carol.
Yes, you do.
You didn't cover any of the projects, and now you're trying to slow everything
Yes,
down.
I did.
We're all disappointed in you right now, Carol. That's all I'm going to say.
Next time, I'm just gonna let you sit and spin. That's all.
As well you should.
Print your stuff out, Kyle.
So, last time, the battle for Farzine has ended with the refugees being successful. Everyone has been driven off, and you guys are just kind of basking in the afterglow of what could have been an amazing battle, but was ruined by one of the players whose name I shall not mention.
There's a few of us that could
They're
qualify
dead
for
to
that.
me. No, there's only one, Carol. I'm sorry, you're not good enough.
It's the most superior
Who
character.
cast invisibility?
Yeah, no, he did. I don't even have it to cast.
It's the most superior character.
That was a Terran favorite.
As established earlier. Okay. At which point you all, while kind of figuring out what happened at the end of the battle, discovered that Anja's missing. You have recaptured a corrupted Bran, and have kind of locked him away at the moment. If I remember right, you joined the press, the surge forward as the refugees. My eyes are closed because I'm trying to remember everything in my head right now. I see this awesome picture of Riley just kind of running, but not too close, so he doesn't get shot or anything. Joining the surge of the refugees as they kind of run the ghouls and the cultists out of town, only to be confronted with a newly built fortress built beside and into the volcano, where it turns out the cannons that were still around had been secured to, as well as following tracks from the center of town. It appears that the statue of the goddess of light has also been taken into the fortress as well. That may or may not be important. I mean, it's up to you guys. Having been stonewalled by the cannons, you managed to get the gates shut and start to rest, tend to the wounded. One of you came up with a brilliant idea. I think actually it was Riley came up with the idea of smashing the docks and creating a barricade to prevent the deep ones from.
I think the smashing the docks was a joke, and then you just went with
Yes.
it as a good idea. I'm like, all right, yeah, that was a good
Well,
idea.
you said a joke, and I thought you were being serious because I wasn't paying attention as usual. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So we may have forced the characters along that route, and so there is a new barricade built from the docks. You
This
found out
village,
that
yeah.
the Kraken cleaver has been sunk and sits in the bay now next to the lighthouse, the island with the lighthouse on it. All the refugees are resting on second story floors to avoid being slaughtered by ghouls in their sleep. And Mr. Knight, yeah, just kind of went to the Dreamlands to bask in the glory of a successful intervention of Dreamland cats, as well as zombies. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, we catch up with Anja, who, in a curse of slumber, found herself transported to the Dreamlands, appearing in the middle of an ocean where her life was soon to be lost as this weird kraken-like creature, squid-like creature from below tries to drag her down. But she is rescued by a fishing net and finds herself on a ship full of ghouls.
Yeah.
Actually, quite friendly.
Ship of ghouls.
A ship of ghouls, yeah. Hey, you know what?
Wasn't there a prisoner on that ship? I can't remember.
Was.
There
was.
Yeah.
They weren't that
there?
nice. They weren't that nice.
Or
something did happen.
maybe the prisoner wasn't nice and the ghouls were just doing what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And while
They were eating her piece by piece. I'm sorry. No.
celebrating the birthday of the captain of the ship, they decide to go ashore and finish a luxurious delicacy when
Notice Shalania.
Anja decides to leap into the water, heartbeat loud in her ears, and slaughter all the ghouls for no good reason
Oh, bullshit.
whatsoever.
That's bullshit. They
She
were going to eat her friend.
She rescues the Zoog, known as Yelenia. Although she does shove her into the bonfire first to cook her a little bit. No one forgot about that. But once you stomped on her face, putting her out,
I did not do that.
She declares that she owes you a life debt for saving her, and that she will take you to your intended destination of Ulthar, City of Cats.
Because maybe I'll find a Mr. Knight.
Now, if I were a dungeon master, I'd be like, hey, I bet you that's why Mr. Knight is hanging out at Ulthar. Certainly not doing anything else crazy or helpful to the party, just waiting for Anja to get back, but what do I know? Okay.
Also, I'm not sure he actually knows where she is, to whether or not she's even within range. So,
well, actually, so
do you know where I am?
There's something I'd like to do after resting, getting some milk, getting some sun, and just relax. Yeah, just relaxing for a while.
Well, it only pays that I start with the most important character tonight. So, Riley, you are sleeping.
Riley's the only one here.
The only.
I'm actually surprised it wasn't liver.
He is the most important.
I'm actually surprised it wasn't liver.
Oh yeah, why didn't you?
Yeah, what happened to liver?
Yeah, what happened to liver? That's what we all want to know.
Oh my!
I need a 2-hour monologue on liver, Kyle.
The camera pans from the sandy shores of the bottom of the sea, goes up, and we see. Shut up. Anyway, so Riley, you are in Farzine. You have spent your time there, doing what you kind of have been doing, walking around, destroying the docks to make the barricades, and you have noticed crazy Marley, always at a distance, keeping an eye on you. And if you don't notice crazy Marley, you see maybe another member of the book club. They don't approach you, and if you try to approach them, they back away and disappear down an alleyway, apparently going to attend to other things. The Albatross, which the book club was using as their station, attacking ghouls and cultists alike, and on occasion, sometimes the refugees themselves, has been turned into a bit of a hospice, as it is one of the few locations that actually has a stone floor and then planks covering that, and then 3 stories where the refugees can get some peaceful night's sleep without worrying about something digging up from underneath them. And you eventually go and rest. But it is an odd dream. You dream of, well, books. You find yourself in a library full of books to the point where the hallways themselves, that you have to step on scrolls, on tomes, just in order to walk down here. This little table sits there with a candle, and you watch as your hands are busy reading this book in front of you. Reading about an old island of Mu, of the sacrifices made to the being who lived in the volcano, to its religious order that would day after day pluck people from the nearby houses, from the nearby villages and towns and hamlets, even from the major city, even of them going up to the upper class and taking random people from their houses to be marched to the volcano, to be thrown in, or if necessary, to be pushed. You watch as these hands again, and as you're kind of reading and you're kind of watching this, you realize they're not your hands. And it continues on, reading of a hero who arose, seeking to challenge this religious order, to challenge these sacrifices. Interesting. Someone found a way to stop the petrification. And you watch as these hands turn more and more, reading further and further. And just, you're getting spell ingredients, you're getting hand gestures, you're getting words. And as you know, you're nearing the end of it. Of course. And you watch as your gaze goes down to your side, and this hand, very familiar and yet not yours again, it pulls out a slab of granite. And in a familiar way, you watch as the granite is placed on the book, and the words and the text begin to be absorbed into the granite stone. Wandolfin, done it again. Then you hear banging on the library door. The stone is moving quickly, but this is a thick text. Needs to absorb it quickly. They're at the door again. They're coming to take it. You've been an oddball in this town for too long. You've been an oddball. You've been too strange and Farzine. The people here are superstitious. Any strange mutation seen as corruption. Anything not normal, anything perverted, slain on sight. You have gotten away with it for too long. The door's banging. Hurry, hurry, come on. Absorb it quickly so I can get out of here. Suddenly the doors bang down, and you watch as the Toa guard come running into this library. Here he is! Get up! And you watch as you're being ripped away from this tomb, this slab of granite, being ripped away. And then quickly, from out of a pocket, a little pouch, this orb of glowing night, glowing starlight is shoved into your face, into your mouth. You feel energy coursing through you, down your throat, and you feel emptiness. And Riley, you wake up in the room that you went to rest in. You had to share it with other people. But when you wake up, Wandolfin's ledger is not with you. And the room, which is full of injured refugees, women, children. There's one woman who is staring at you while her baby cries in her arms, screeches, and she pays it no mind. And every single person in this room is looking at you. And as you look around, you see Wandolfin's ledger on the floor in a pile of ash.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, no. The book is okay.
Oh,
It is
okay.
sitting in a pile of ash.
Oh,
In a pile of dust.
yeah, right.
I thought about it.
You
there
did
for a
it
second.
on purpose. You said it on purpose. What does it say? Another patron down the drain?
Did someone try to take my book?
Are you asking out loud?
Yes.
Everyone in the room is nodding at you, terrified of you.
Oh. I pick up my book again and I tuck it back in my satchel.
Oh, freaking Lord.
No one can touch my book.
Note to self. Don't touch it. Don't touch the book. Ever.
You hear the melodious and stilted voice of Ego. You should be more careful with me next time. It appears one of the members of the book club was interested in taking me.
All right, I'll be more careful.
I cannot do this all the time. We will have to deal with them soon.
What do you propose?
Burn them. And everything they've gathered.
Okay.
Okay, I got a quick question.
And we'll cut from you.
Oh, no, I got a
Wait,
quick question.
wait,
I got a
question.
question.
Yeah.
But I actually want to loot the ash pile too, just in case.
When he's replying to the book, is he saying it out loud?
No. In my head, I'm communicating.
Is he?
I was gonna say, I wonder if it's your buddy.
Yeah.
Man, not my buddy anymore.
I bet it's. I don't think it's Crazy Marley. I think he's saving that for a special occasion.
That's
You
totally fine.
can loot through this dust pile. There is ash, dust, and rust.
Ash, dust, and rust. Okay, I'll take the rust, and I'll cast mending on it.
Does that work if it's that gone?
You have suddenly a powdered steel.
Okay.
It could be useful.
You decide what you want to use that for. Be creative.
All right.
And yeah, the people in the room just kind of keep their distance from you.
Well, I guess I'll give him a nod and tell him have a good day, and then I'm gonna head out. Nothing to see here.
Not him, anyways. It's clearly the book nuked the thing, not him. Not scary.
I mean, to these people, I'm okay if they think I'm dangerous a little bit.
No, it's
Riley,
good. No, it's
Riley.
always fun.
Riley, this is when you're supposed to end the scene by walking up the stairs and yelling up the stairs. Everybody got a dustpan and broom.
No. My next thought is to see how I can get into a good place to cast fireball on the albatross.
I'm pretty sure the albatross is the one safe place to be right now.
The albatross is where the book club and all their books are at.
Yes,
Yeah.
but aside from the book club,
Also
it's like
true.
the one good building.
Yeah, but my divine savior told me to. I'm joking. I'm
Kinda did,
penitent. I'm
man.
penitent. I am joking. I won't kill innocents. I will do it more carefully. I'll wait until
Wait.
everyone's gone out of the building.
I'm pretty sure the divine entity said you're gonna have to deal with them, not
But
light the building on fire.
deal with them and everything they
Honestly,
collected.
that sounds like it would work anyway. But
wait.
we're
You
gonna
just
let-
said you just called them innocents. Are they really though?
No. Other
Are they
people in
really-
albatross may be innocent.
True.
That's-
Okay. Fair. That's true. Yes.
I'm
Please don't
being more
kill them.
careful. I'm not old Riley. I am new Riley. I will only
I-
kill people that I deem evil.
My goodness.
And
All right.
ghouls.
And
They're all
unfortunately, my alignment is determined by ego here. So evil is a little questionable, but
evil.
right now he is deemed this book club evil.
I think it's probably fair to say, yeah, it's probably. I think they are. I mean, I think you're good there,
Yeah.
especially that crazy Marley one.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big showdown. I can't wait for it.
Good.
Yeah. They
Bad.
can't be level 8 warlocks yet. I only taught them how to be warlocks like 3 weeks ago.
I want the whole high noon.
That's the beauty of a
showdown.
warlock, though. It's not like you have to train really hard for very long. Technically,
You just need to be
You just sacrifice, things that Ubosatla wants.
like brains and books.
Turns out you
Um,
could have been leveling up so much faster.
I could have.
could have been like level 20 by now.
That's okay. We can leave it there, Kyle, if you want to transition.
We're
But
going to transition over to. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say while that's happening, I'm gonna be thinking about my plans on how to approach the book club. How many? There's
right.
only like 2 left right now, right?
Crazy Marley and one member of the book club, if the person who was fried was indeed part of the book club.
Oh, so there may be 3. Okay,
2, possibly 3.
they'll come running if I start setting their books on fire. I know that.
Probably. All right. Mr. Knight, you rest in the city of Ulthar while the ravens hear the foul enemies of the cats of Ulthar are in number. It's not quite as many as the slaughter from which Farzine had been in the previous weeks. The cats around you, not nearly so off-put as they were before, and having seen you walk by them without acknowledging them or giving them a word of praise, they have returned to listlessly laying in beams of sunshine, nibbling on the sacred catnip plants, and all in all, just doing as cats do. You find yourself well rested. What would you like to do?
So, quick question. Would I have an inkling of what could have possibly happened to Anja?
You, from what I recall from last time, you are aware that there is a smell of the Dreamlands.
Okay.
And ocean, but ocean and Dreamlands could be a lot.
All right. Very well. I will, since the people of Uthar are accustomed to our speech and helping us and accommodating us, I will find 3 other humans to sit with me as I gain as I do my whatchamacallit, not Tales from Beyond, spirit session. So I can gain a new spell for this rest. They basically need to hang around for an hour as I do the spirit session.
They do.
Okay. I will choose the divination spell divination.
Uh-huh.
Um
Look at me, DJ. I'm so clever. I'm gonna use the
So
spell.
just like any other cat, you just start looking off in the distance like there's something there.
so with my character, his seances, however you want to call it, it's actually like spirits will be around. It's more like spirits come, ghosts appear, things like that. So probably like, ghosts of past individuals that used to live in the village, ghosts of cats, so they can give offerings of catnip to those souls that have gone from beyond, and such, leaving out bowls of milk or whatnot for their souls. I will, after the seance is complete, I will go around the town or Ulthar, the city, and begin collecting offerings for the spell. They need to total up to 25 gold pieces worth. Now, I would normally have that easily on me, but I'm a cat. So I need to retrieve this all.
Do I
You're
actually
muted.
have it?
You're muted. You're not there.
No, that was why I'm asking. Do I have your gold?
I don't have gold.
Or
Why would
did
I
we
need gold?
There's a skeleton somewhere in Farzine. It's the actual thing is it walked into a sewer, a manhole, and it's just
Woo!
bumbling around. Just it's actually
still-
turned evil by now, but it can't get its out though, so it's done.
So wait, you saying that the banner's in a sewer now?
Probably.
They haven't found it either. That'd be hilarious.
That's exactly what happened, Anja. It just disappeared down a hole.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, there are a lot of holes in Farzine, admittedly. The ghouls keep digging them everywhere. It's like gopher holes everywhere.
Okay. As per the spell, you are contacting a god or that specific god's.
I will be when I go to cast it. I figure maybe like I'll find discarded toys, or maybe go to a graveyard and quickly dig up like a skull that has a gold tooth or something to use. So random
Cats,
stuff that just
well known for their digging skills.
Cats can dig.
Yeah.
Or I'll get somebody else to dig for me.
First of all, the sacred catnip is priceless. But seeing as you need incense,
that's catnip.
Yeah, exactly. For one, the cats of Ulthar don't have to pay for it. However, if traded, it is worth quite a lot of money, and so its value is
Why
quite
do you
high.
need money?
Exactly. That's the other thing. People want to get this catnip for their cats, but they can't. Mr. Tingles would love some catnips. What do I need money for? Get away. But you may gather some of this catnip. And indeed, if you're walking down the street and there's just like a tinge of gold in your eye, as you turn and look, and there is a woman yelling at a man as she takes her ring and throws it off and then smacks him in the face. And so with this gold ring and some of this catnip, you are able to gather the components needed for the spell. You may continue with the spell process if you wish.
Yes. So, a god. Now, this is where my knowledge begins to fail. I am not as versed in the Dreamlands as some other Lovecraftian stories. Yeah, do you have suggestions for me or something? Or do we want to alter the style of the spell to be something else? The great cat in the sky.
The great cat.
Yeah, I could go
The
yell.
the great saucer of milk in the sky.
I could go yell out my door and get an answer from the expert downstairs.
All I know is there are lesser earth gods. Also the great dreamers, aka Call, the great old ones like Call Cthulhu, outer gods like Neathrop,
Nyarlathotep.
Yes, thank you.
Don't do that one.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That one's
that's
difficult.
hey.
They're technically, I guess it's all sorts, but they don't go into high details. Yes, I'm already. Oh,
Riley
is he
hit
there?
upon what
Wait, is she there?
Riley hit upon what I was going to ask. I think Egyptian
no,
gods
screw
are
it.
part
Bast.
of the. I think Egyptian gods are part of the Lovecraftian pantheon.
I will seek guidance from Bast.
Perfect.
One additional thing you must do. You must collect one of the ravens of the Raven Queens in order to complete this particular spell to Bast.
Very well.
Oh boy.
I will look at a raven.
They are hopping around. They're following certain cats. You do have a cluster. You are on what? Your 5th life now?
Yes.
You have 5 ravens following you specifically.
What if you pop one of them?
Yeah, no, so question. Does the offering have to be alive or dead?
The gift can be accepted either way, but Bast being Bast doesn't mind toying with a live animal. You may receive more detailed information if the raven were alive.
I am going to cast. I'm going to look at one of them. Actually, before I do that, I have to go retrieve. I'm going to go to somebody's house and just retrieve a bit of fleece. Since I don't have my spell components with me. Actually, no, I do. I have a little pouch on me. That's right. That's right. We made a little pouch for me.
Yeah.
I almost forgot.
It's around your neck.
So I am going to cast Phantasmal Force on one of the ravens. The illusion that'll be rooted in its mind is that it's completely bound and gagged to the point that it has to be still.
What is the saving throw?
It is an intelligence save of 16.
The only way I get this if I roll a natural 20. So I'm going to use booster gold for this. I shit you not.
All right, I was gonna say I just believe you then. Then I will just nonchalantly walk over. This will last up to 1 minute, and luckily the spell is instantaneous. So I'm just gonna walk over, pick him up in my mouth, and then like kind of hop over to where I'm gonna do the spell.
You are dragging this.
I just pick it up in my mouth. I just pick it up in my mouth and carry him.
These are bigger than your normal
Oh, jeez.
ravens.
All right, I will drag it over. That, or I'm just gonna do it right in the middle of the road here.
Wouldn't be the most unusual thing.
Yeah, no, I'll just do that. I'm just gonna walk over, kind of shoo the other ones away.
Mhm.
Kind of look at them like, yeah, that's right.
The birds are pissed at you right now.
I'm going to just sit down with my bed, with my
Mhm.
gatherings, drop them
Mhm.
down, and then I will cast divination with the offerings and the raven offering.
Mhm.
Bass can have its fun with this thing.
Mhm.
The question, luckily, it doesn't have to be just a yes or no question from what I gather. You can ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Mhm.
My question will be, what is the best course of action to find Anja?
You start the summons. This bound raven laying in front of you, barely moving. Every other raven in the city has its attention on you and what you're doing. They all come swarming, leaving the cats they were following. Eyeing you, and what terrible deed. Black eyes, brimming with rage.
Uh-oh.
And then there's the sound of a tinkling bell. And faster than the ravens appeared, they light off, feathers falling behind them as they scramble to leave as quickly as possible. The bird in front of you appears to free itself, shaking its feather, and then tries to fly away. And instead, it finds itself inside of an invisible cage. You watch as it squawks, tries to call out, tries to flap away, and just keeps bam, bam, like the crows in the Windex commercial, just continually trying to fly on the window. And you hear this chuckle as this bird just desperately tries to leave. And then you watch as the bird gets flattened to the ground. For a moment, you hear this squawking. This raven tries to fly out before it's pressed down into the ground as an invisible force. And it looks at you, and from its beak, again, this purring voice. You and your friends are trapped in a cage, unable to escape. They're never really gone. They will always circle back. One may simply lounge about, but if you do so, the cage gets smaller and smaller. Your dear humans you love so much will suffer if you loiter. But if she is not killed, she will find you.
Oh, goody.
And there's this spray of blood, and the bird is gone. And the air smells of catnip, blood, and as if to carry this undernote of bad things to come, there's this slight smell of cat urine underneath it all.
So, all right.
And I think we will stop there. And let's go over to Riley again. No.
If
Anja.
if she survives, don't I kind of noticed that
No,
if
no.
she survives.
Anja, you weren't there to hear the dark
No.
omens. Shut your mouth
This is
and
Carol talking, not
take
Anja.
the horrible things happening to you.
Hey, at least I'm actually making progress and this is happening. I had another thought, what if this is all in her head? She's really imprisoned somewhere.
'Cause it's all in my head.
It would have been a very different answer. But since I am walking.
You are walking through a dark woods. Very much like the dark forests of Germany, where very
Oh.
quickly the leaves start to block out the sun and it becomes quite dim to find your way through.
Huh.
Eulania, it appeared, had left you, but when you looked into the forest, you found clear markers of a trail led for you, and you find yourself following that, a broken branch here at the appropriate eye level for you. Footprints there, a notch in a tree here. Go ahead and roll me. You can give me either nature, perception, or survival. Survival or perception would probably be your best bet.
Well, that's good. Just take your pick. They're both the same modifier.
Okay.
I think for the feel of this, probably survival.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, God damn it. 11.
Yeah, you don't really
Oh,
notice
shit.
anything extra going through the woods. You're fine.
I'm really just focused on trying to catch up with her.
Yeah. Speeding
With
along.
Yelenia. Hey, right. It's Yelenia. I actually remembered the name. More like I wrote it down, so I'd remember the name. For a change.
Well, I appreciate one of the other two players actually deciding to take notes for once.
Well, I used
Carol.
to.
I can't.
I
'cause
used to.
my eyes and the way this works.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I used to take notes, but I found I was taking attention away from the game too. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought the name was worth noting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm terrible at names. All right, well, I do. I keep going to try to catch up.
And after a while, you see Elenia waiting for you in a grove.
I step into the grove. Sword, axe casually on my shoulder, with a hand on it because I never knew who knows what I'm going to run into in this wood. So it's at the ready. Not to strike her though. Even though it's probably yelling at me to strike her.
Murder her! Murder her!
No.
It seems quite content with the blood that it has partaken in the previous night.
Good.
You are taking a very long time if you wish to get to Ulthar sooner rather than later. You are going to have to move much faster.
You needed to wake me up. I woke up and you were gone.
But to be fair, I am limping, but it took you this long to catch up. I needed the head start.
You know what? It's fine.
These woods are becoming dangerous now.
Hence why we should stick together.
Yes.
Please don't go ahead of me again. I want to keep you safe. I mean, I understand, but I want to keep you safe too.
You are in my woods. You do not have to worry about me. It's the other things here you have to worry about. Follow me quickly to Ulthar.
Okay. To Ulthar.
Mm-hmm. And go ahead and give me one more survival check.
Oh, goody. Not one.
And one.
Die.
Yeah,
all right. No. Guess what? Those dice are, they're gone for the night.
She is taking you to Ulthar, just as
the
she
long
said.
Way.
You are following her.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just trust in her.
You find yourself struggling to move through these woods, despite the fact that you're a ranger with the forest. No?
I mean, technically, wait a minute. Well, yes, I do, but hold on. Do I roll advantage actually? Oh, so this is my terrain, isn't it? Let me see what I get. Favorite terrain.
Gosh, you spend all your time trying to help your players out with their characters.
I know. Oh, it has to be. Well, I've been traveling for at least an hour, right?
Yes.
Because you have to travel for at least an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Your group can't become lost except by magical means. You remain alert to danger even when you're engaged in another activity. You can move stealthily at normal pace while alone. That doesn't count. You find twice as much food. It doesn't say anything about like advantage on checks.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I mean, for funsies along the way, I can see if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile.
I think you get to pick one of those.
No, it's any.
Is it any?
Yeah, it says any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you, within up to 6 miles if you are in your favorite terrain. 6 miles. This feature that just reveal the creature's location or number. So it's just a yes or no question. I guess it would tell me what type is out there, but that's all I really got here.
Yeah, that's up to you if you want to do that.
Let me just make sure we read something else. No favorite enemies. I get advantage to track them. Oh, proficient bonus is double, but nat 1 is a nat 1. It doesn't allow me to roll at advantage, is what I was looking for. Okay, so anyways, do I sense anything like that?
Expend your spell and...
Is it a spell slot? What is it?
Yes, 1 spell.
Yep, okay.
And first, second, third level?
Woman per level of spell slot. I'm only going to just do 1 minute, so just be first.
Sure. You have 6 miles of range.
Yep.
Let's see. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, phase, fiends, or undead.
That's a lot of types.
There are. You sense small bits of elementals quite far away from you. You sense aberrations.
Not really surprised.
Aberration, aberrations, aberration.
Those are my favorite enemy, by the
It's
way.
there, but it's not there.
Oh, fun.
It's difficult to tell. You do find yourself moving in the direction of the site of one of these aberration, not aberration, in this. It's difficult to tell what it is.
Remember, I can't tell what it is anyways. It just tells me basically, is anything in the area? Oh, it doesn't say anything specific. You don't know what specifically it is, and you don't know how many.
There
You
you
just generally know that
You
they're
have
there.
a feeling of aberration, and you're moving towards it.
Yippee! And it said that's my favorite enemy, which will give me advantage on survival checks to track them if I find one, as
Mhm.
well as in text recall information about them. Oh,
Mhm.
that's a good point. That means I should actually get, that would help in my Yogg Sothory checks, actually.
Mm-hmm. You find yourself
Oh, that's not
moving in this
intelligence.
direction when your awareness kind of fades, and you continue moving along. Yelenia is booking it.
Now, if she's going super fast, like if she can go a potential of 40 feet as a speed, then I'm going to drop, at least for an hour, I'm going to drop Long Strider on me.
Oh,
If she can go that fast, otherwise I could burn it at a higher level and I could get both of us.
she is moving remarkably fast. And
Okay, then I'll drop Long Strider on myself.
Okay. And you manage to wind your way through this forest a little bit quicker, but still with that nat one, you're kind of struggling to keep up with her. Meanwhile, you see disturbances in the forest around you, where a darting glance as a figure is running through the branches of a tree, another where you watch something scurry into the root system of another.
How does my axe react?
There is...
Is it picking up on all this?
No, it is not.
Good, because it probably would derail this whole thing if it did.
Yeah. Even where Yelenia takes these breaks to wait for you to kind of catch up, the axe doesn't react to her being there. Still hungry, wanting for more blood, more monstrosities, but it doesn't demand that you swing at her.
I think it knows we have some sort of I feel like the axe is a little bit pragmatic here. It's not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It knows that she actually is. Hopefully I convinced it, but it seems like it's convinced that she's not an enemy and not food. She's of use.
Eventually, you continue going on, and you find yourself coming up to this kind of a riverbed, not a riverbed, a creek bed, with a very high wall. And you kind of watch as Yelenia scurries across the water and disappears.
Disappears like how? Yelenia?
Fades from existence.
I grip. my axe real tight, and
You take a look around the area, and you find what looks to be a hole in the side of this creek bed.
I call down, Delania,
Yes,
am I coming down there, or do I need to help you get up?
no, you're coming down here quickly.
Okay, and look for a way to descend.
You look there, and I say a hole, not a hole in the ground, but a hole in there. So you find yourself kind of
Oh, okay.
needing to crawl in there. There is enough room for you, although you kind of have to drag the axe
The axe.
behind you.
Yeah.
And you
Or
can
I push it in front.
or push it in front. Yeah.
Push it in front.
And you continue pushing for quite a while. And you poke your head out of a ceiling,
Oh,
and you can see Yelenia on the floor. You were taking so long that I got here early. There is much work to be done, and if we are going to rest and I am going to take you to Uthar, we must prepare.
okay. I'm gonna enter the room, drop down into the room, whatever.
You don't drop down into the room.
Even though it's coming from the ceiling?
No. You attempt to drop down, and instead you find yourself doing a handstand on the ceiling. Give me an acrobatics check, please, or a dexterity saving throw.
I'm looking at which die is going to betray me here.
All of them.
Probably. Either acrobatics or dex saving throw. They're the same thing. Acrobatics.
They're all sad.
Okay, that one was good roll. 23. There's
23.
7 plus 7 is not sad.
You go, start to hang, get ready to drop off the wall, and as you start to let go, you feel the pull of gravity pulling you towards the ceiling, and you're able to roll into it, and you find yourself walking on the ceiling.
Oh, this is weird. This is the Dreamlands. Of course it's weird.
If you walk down that wall over there, you will find yourself to the floor. Welcome to my grove.
Fantastic. All right, I do exactly as she says.
Exactly as she says.
Yep.
You find yourself walking down towards a wall, and immediately as you kind of take that step, it's this weird, whoa, kind of, you should not be able to do this, but you're just like a spider climbing, except all the gravity is pulling you supposedly in the right direction. There is a point where you're walking down that wall and you feel you're about to put your foot down on your next step, and with that 23 we're going to roll it across, you kind of feel your foot starting to slide that way, as if you're about to slam into a different wall as gravity is working in a different way there. But you manage to catch yourself, and you find yourself in what would be considered like a relic of ages past. You're underground,
cool.
but there are holes in the ceiling where you can see light pouring in in one hole, you see this red sun, this red light pouring in from it. In another, you see the moon, a crescent blue.
I
In
see a lot of places here.
Yeah, in this temple, because maybe that's the best way to describe it, a temple. Vines are growing everywhere. There's a large monument in the center and a pool of water, almost like this Roman bath, a fountain. But if you walk closer to it, you actually see that the walls of the fountain aren't holding the water in, but rather that the water is like this strange bubble over this dark shape within the pocket of water.
I just out of curiosity, I'm not gonna poke. I'm gonna just kind of. I don't want to pop it. I want to just feel the outside of that bubble.
You feel your heartbeat thrumming in your ears again. You hear whispers of a dark, ancient whispering in your ears.
Try to pull my hand away. Get it off.
It's hard, but you do, and it stops.
We need to talk. Look at Eulania.
Welcome to my laboratory.
Thank you.
And you can kind of see that she does have on these faded benches across these murals. She has beakers are bubbling, strange smokes. There's creatures that are being studied. What looks to be like a common earthworm, where normally you have people who like do the little butterflies tacked over there. This one has been dissected and it's been spread open, and it just kind of keeps spreading open and open and open from this tiny little earthworm. And you can even kind of see these weird organs kind of boom, 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 as it's kind of behind this glass cage or glass case. And everywhere are just books and books of paper. We will be resting here for the night before I am able to take you to Uthar. When they captured me, they threw my book into the ocean. And while I do know some spells to help out, and you watch as she just kind of pulls this fluff out, snaps her fingers, and you watch as another Yelenia appears to walk out from behind a column of stone.
Handy.
And a connection is made as you feel Side Splitter demanding that you chop this figure in half.
Shush.
And yet nothing from this other illusionary figure over here.
Shh. She's helping. And I need answers. If she has them. I say that in my head, okay, for the record.
Sure. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I need fucking answers, man. Come on. It's not good. 7.
It wants her blood. But you are able to hold it off for the
With a 7? Thank freaking
I rolled
God.
a 3, so.
Oh! Shoot. I rolled a 5 on the die. So not great when I've had one good roll all night tonight out of the 4 so far.
And you are able to hold back the bloodlust of the X. Hey, Riley, you think of what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm starting to think that it actually make more sense if I try to find Mr. Knight and Nanja first instead of going in there solo.
Oh, come on! I
But
took on a whole bunch of ghouls all by myself.
that you had no other choice.
That's
I
true.
I
You do have choices.
do, but I have
And
a
I'd like-
feeling that they're still trying to watch me. So I am going to go outside and I'm going to, I guess, roll perception to see if I can figure out if they're still watching me.
Yeah, go for
Alrighty.
it.
All right, all right, all right.
18. Are there eyes on me?
You walk out of the room, leaving the pile of dust there.
And
And you
traumatized
walk
families.
outside of the traumatized families, and you walk outside of the albatross, and the albatross has this kind of wraparound porch. It is
Whoa,
a
hold on.
house out of the. Yeah, go ahead.
I was on the third floor of the Albatross, right?
You were on the second floor.
Second. And then are they holed up in the third floor? Is that
They're
it?
holed up in the third floor. Yes.
Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is when I may step out, I'm gonna step out into the hallway.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see if like there's someone in the hallway or something. Like, did I hear pitter patter, run away when I try to step out? Do I see someone glance around a corner? What's that? I'm gonna be more specific with what I meant.
More specific. Okay. You walk out of the hallway. You do not see anyone.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to roll stealth.
Okay.
21.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and sneak up to the third floor.
Well, you thought you were going to wait for us.
I thought so, but you know what? I'm already here.
You
And-
sneak up to the third floor, and once again, you are kind of at the top of the albatross. Oh my goodness, I wasn't actually expecting you to. I thought you were going to burn it down. I'm going to be honest with you.
There's innocence in here.
Well, sometimes it's worth
Yeah, there are innocents. It's all those books.
Yeah.
all those books. Oh my goodness!
Well,
That's a really good
I'm gonna
roll.
start the fire on the third floor so everyone has enough time to escape.
Done. You get up
Again, a
there.
joke. I haven't made a decision yet until I know that they're here or the books are here.
Just light the books on fire.
I mean, I might. I got a
Do you-
firebolt ready. I don't even need to waste
do-
a firebolt or
Do you,
fireball.
do you have alcohol?
I have a firebolt.
You need some alcohol for it to ignite.
They're
Okay.
books.
I know that, but it'll help him burn even faster.
I can cast multiple firebolts.
Just fireball.
That will burn
No,
faster.
just fireball it.
You make
Just
it up to
Point blank
the,
fireball in the room. I mean, I am a destruction domain cleric. I could point blank a fireball in the room.
Your God would approve.
Very well could. Yes.
Yeah, so if they're in there, suicide bomber galore. All right.
You get up to the third floor. The rooms, I don't think we fully established. You also kind of disappeared in between it. There's Marju's room, who was
The
Bran's
grandson?
helper. The grandson, that's correct.
Yeah.
You have the library. That was Christopher's,
Yeah.
grandfather. It held a lot of boring and mundane books, as you recall. Therein there was his bedroom itself. And that one had the bookcase that had the secret door where the
to the
The
round
corner
room, right?
hut. The round room, yes.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go? You sneak up
I'm
there.
I'm gonna so I'm still hidden. I'm gonna silently commune with ego and ask, are these the books in this building that you need me to destroy?
Burn
Hey,
them all.
Burn them
hey,
all. Okay.
Ubo Sattla cannot be satisfied with any of them. Burn them. Burn them now.
hey,
My
Kyle.
patron has spoken. All right.
Hey, I just have one question. Where is Bran? Where is he? He's not
Don't
at
worry
the
about it.
Albatross, right?
Calm down. Calm
You're
down.
not
I
gonna
don't
burn
know.
him.
Go ahead
You're not
and
gonna blow him up as soon as we rescued him, right?
I don't know.
It'd be kind of funny.
gosh, you
Wait,
guys
did we
should have
rescue
saved him
Bran?
last time.
Did we rescue Bran? I thought he was still evil.
Yeah, he's still evil. You haven't done
He's
anything.
still
Yeah.
he's
You haven't
still
done
a
you haven't
guy.
done the thing, but he's been captured. He's being held somewhere. I'm gonna. It's not the Albatross, right? And you're gonna burn him to death.
No
Again.
one's asked about him.
Hmm.
There are innocent people there too. So
Mhm.
There is. I'm trying to think of a good way to destroy all the books without, collateral damage.
I haven't.
Fortunately,
Wait.
I packed all my spells with fire. Fire bolt. I mean, I guess Sacred Flame isn't fire. Fireball, Flaming Sphere. Ugh. Yeah. Uh,
Flaming Spear would really get it done.
it would. And just roll it around the room.
Yeah.
The round room was. Oh yeah, what is the round room made from? Is it wood?
It is stone.
It is stone. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna start chucking the books into the round room as quickly as possible. And hopefully that creature that hunts things isn't in there.
We killed
If
it.
there is, then I might do a panicked fireball point blank.
I think we
just
killed it.
just kind of open
Surprise!
open it up and just do a short teleport into that room a couple times.
I don't have any short teleport anymore.
Oh,
I went the way of the
He
cleric.
was
Instead of
smart
fleeing,
and got rid of it.
I got all destruction stuff.
So you want to take all the books from the library, throw them into the stone room, and then set it ablaze.
It's a book
It's the
oven.
ceiling of the room. Wood. I mean,
Oh, it is all stone.
it is all stone.
It is all stone.
What about the
That seems-
door?
Uh,
Metal door?
So it's all right.
Stone.
Stone door.
door?
Stone door.
Perfect. You know what? This is the plan. This is the plan. I'm gonna try as quickly as possible throw the books in there. And you know what? If the book club appears while I'm doing this, even better. So I'm gonna keep one eye out and here for people approaching, and I'm gonna as quickly as possible try and throw these books in this room.
Okay.
And you know what?
Roll
While it's
a-
happening, I'll get a little blaze going on the first book. So when I start throwing more in there, I'll open a window too for ventilation. Just it'll be fine. It'll be fine. People will come running, but that's okay. I'm just gonna do this as quickly as possible. How fast? How many books are there, and how fast do you think I could do this?
Well, a library is about 1,000 books.
Oh, geez.
1,000
At
books.
least.
Grab a few at a
lot of
time.
books.
It's a lot of books.
Trying to think
He
roughly.
wants you to burn them all?
It'd be like 5 minutes maybe of tossing these books in there, running
I
around
think
the
it's
room
gonna be a
and
little
doing
bit more than 5 minutes.
It's going to be a little bit more than 5 minutes.
1,000
But as
books?
you
Nah,
do
you can
so,
move fast.
1,000 books.
Give me a perception check, please.
5
Perception.
minutes, maybe a couple hundred.
Nat 20
Nat
plus
20.
6, so 26 perception.
Okay, yeah.
I am paying attention.
You are absolutely. And you hear the feet of
Oh, shit.
walking up the stairs. Only one sounding, well, one bit of feet. Gosh, that sounds so weird to say. You hear footsteps of one person coming up the stairs.
There you go.
And you are well aware that they are there on the occasion that you are, taking these books, chucking it into the stone room. There are books on fire right now. You're just kind of feeding them into the blaze.
Yeah. I'm gonna because I know I may get interrupted, so I'm gonna do as much as I can while this is. That's why I started the fire ahead of time. I may not get all of them, but the ones that do get thrown in there are gone.
All I can say is this: person gets up there, stops and watches you, doesn't react, just literally lets you finish as they're creepily watching you, and then they just smile and says, "It's fine. We already took all of it." And you just
if
open
you
up a
actually
book and it's all
open it,
blank.
it's empty.
Damn it, DJ.
Oh man,
If he does that,
Damn it, DJ.
Either way, you know what? I'm
You
still
watch
doing it.
as Crazy Marley is watching as you do this and is picking up a book off the floor.
No.
Oh my god, I'm
and
so
is
good.
flipping the pages on empty pages.
Oh, so
And
that's
you're
Marley.
burning
Is it Crazy Marley that
I'm
shows up?
so
It
good.
is Crazy Marley.
Oh
Okay, and
my
so
God.
I do see that. I see him
Yes.
flip through the books and the pages are empty.
Yeah,
Then really quick,
Alright.
I'm gonna the book that's in my hand, I'm gonna look as well to see if it's empty.
it is empty.
Oh,
Oh,
my
perfect.
God.
So Marley's the dude I need to take care of right here.
Oh god.
And he's just looking up with you with a smile.
Oh God.
I need to get
Okay.
inspiration
Back
for
to,
that.
there's
So
only
much for waiting for us.
yeah.
How okay. So
Remember
I'm,
that, DJ.
I'm gonna take the initiative here and attack him first.
DJ is really good at friggin' predicting this crap. I don't know
No.
why he's this good, but he is good.
I have a knack for doing this.
He really does. I just don't get you.
It's because I GM a lot, so I know what I do.
Yeah.
He knows how to tell a good story, so
Oh god.
it makes sense.
That's funny.
I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't realize they'd already wiped them clean.
Oh, you know what? I'm doing it. Point blank fireball on him.
Point
I'm gonna
blank
do
Fireball.
this.
I don't
on
think
as
that's I don't think that's considered point blank.
How is that not point blank?
That's more. Remember, it's not so much like it's more of like a letter that's addressed to whom it may concern.
So I'm gonna cast this at fourth
That's
level.
right.
Okay.
I do have resistance to this as a destruction domain cleric.
You do?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Just dropping
thing-
it down. Boom.
I
Yeah.
mean, literally, the only thing would be better is if you were Golem, that it would actually heal.
Oh god.
okay, so fireball. I just cast it. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Roll the damage.
This is freaking awesome.
I think he's gonna do the tactic that he did in 3.0 with like some creatures like pit fiends where he just free action fireball, free action fireball, free action fireball, just on themselves because it doesn't
Right.
hurt them.
Exactly.
So that was Dex 15 save
Yep.
for half damage.
Mm-hmm. Give me damage.
Well, 31 fire and 6 force.
31 fire and 6 force. Okay.
Pretty sure the building's now on fire.
Well, I'm pretty sure that I got him and whoever may have been around here with him. If there was a
You.
colleague.
Walls
Hey,
are blown apart, doors just flying outward.
actually, I'm also gonna use my channel divinity. Let's see. How's this gonna work?
Oh,
do, do,
what
do,
does that
do.
do?
Hold on. Destructive strike. Oh, I already did that. That was my extra damage there. I thought I could do a thing where I could break his armor or weapon. You can.
Is he even wearing armor?
No, but he might have. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do that damage, the 37 damage.
Mhm.
He actually just throws a book at you. It's an improvised weapon, but it does like 2d10 damage.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I did it. It's happened.
So what I
And there are no
imagine right
witnesses
now,
other than Crazy Marley. So if anyone asks, it was him.
what I imagine right there is that you watch as Crazy Marley walks up the stairs, calmly picks up a book, and is looking at you, going through these empty pages and just smiling at you. You take a second, you look at the book, realize it's empty, look up, and Marley just opens his mouth. You could always come.
Yep. That's
And
exactly how it went.
before he even gets the chance to speak, the world explodes essentially as this is the top of a 3-story building. It is small and doors are blown off. The windows are now open when they were closed.
They're probably broken. They blast out.
Oh, yeah, that was the
Shattering
channel divinity I
force.
wanted to use. Unstoppable destruction.
Okay.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and call upon your deity's unstoppable power to render a creature, object within 30 feet that you can see brittle. The target gains vulnerability to all damage, which
Well,
lasts until the next time the
Oh!
target.
You already dropped the fireball, though.
I know. I should have done. I wanted to do the unstoppable destruction first and then the fireball, but I couldn't. I don't know.
I think I'm
it's
okay
fine.
with a
Can't?
retcon if you like.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, just to make sure. So
Okay,
he's
yeah.
vulnerable. Is that double damage? that
So you
Vulnerable, yeah, I think
present
so.
Wandolfin's ledger to him, and he thinks that you are offering it to him. And he's from out of the pocket, he pulls out this slate.
The book.
This piece
That's
of
the
slate.
Vernon
Yes,
tablet. That's
his
his
is
cover.
just
tome
this
tombstone.
tablet. And he
Dude, that's when he
pulls it
cast
out
Shatter.
to present it at you.
Oh, he was gonna give it to me.
Oh no, he is going to
Oh, he was
Take
gonna
take it. He
absorb
thinks
ego.
you're making that offer.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel this rush of power just kind of seeping through. You know it's Ubo Sathla. You can taste that glowing fungus on your tongue. You can feel it growing beneath your fingernails. You present the book, and Crazy Marley senses something's wrong, and then the world explodes into flame.
Nice. That's what I
And
wanted.
you know what? Honestly, I'm going to say the entire 3rd floor is gone.
Man, Crazy
There
Marley's
is
pretty
this
crazy.
sphere of stone from the secret room that is still there,
With books and
but
fire.
the walls, yeah, with books on fire in it. You're still standing on a very singed floor. The railing to the stairs is gone. The walls are gone. The roof is gone. There are still like kind of stray bits of wall here and there that are set aflame. And you are able to just kind of see the entire city of Farzine. You see a bright glow coming from the fortress, the stronghold of the cultists, bathed green from the light of the Wilkamite, but you are certain that that is light coming from the statue of the goddess of light. The moon still is kind of hanging in the air out by the bay on this ocean that is nothing but calm and still. And you look back to Crazy Marley, and I want to say almost like Breaking Bad style.
Oh yeah.
You
The Polo
watch
Loco.
as his face is burned away, and once again you kind of see that horrifying visage of what Wandolfin used to be when you were going through the caverns before, of what one of the book club members had become, that same translucent ghost-like jelly, the arms stretching out, not touching the world as it is, and you watch as this fireball has just torn away the flesh, and underneath it is this creature still with that manic smile, although now it's because it has no flesh to hide its teeth. As you do a total of, was that 74 points of damage?
74 damage, yeah.
74 points of damage. And
Nice.
fire bypassing any of its immunities and resistances. And you watch as this slate cracks, crumbles, and that fungus feeling growing underneath your skin disappears.
I ask Ego, did I do good?
You should have acted sooner.
Oh, Jesus.
Sotla still has more knowledge, and until we destroy it all and prevent him from getting it, we are doomed.
Okay.
And we go to Mr. Knight. Hey, Mr. Knight, how you doing?
I am fine. Nothing
Mhm.
wrong here. So there was a cryptic message about if I'm lazy and inactive, we're all in a cage, the cage will get smaller, and the humans I love will suffer more. But I didn't hear much negative on my part. But I did hear that eventually we'll all meet up. So that kind of sounds like sit around and do nothing and wait.
All right.
That's fair.
I mean that's kind of what I heard out of that.
Give it to the cat
I
to
mean,
just kind of
it's
lounge around in the sun and the catnip.
Just groom yourself.
it's you know
Exactly.
Anja it has to get through her own trial. I can't hold her hand the whole time.
Mhm.
Oh.
And Riley's got a good enough head on his shoulder. He's not going to get in any real trouble.
Yeah, right. Mm.
At least I'm not going to get caught in any
He's
trouble.
always been very cautious. You know, he doesn't act rashly or anything. So I'm pretty sure he'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Nothing
You know-
bad's
Given-
happening there.
Given the state of everything that happened over in the war there, I doubt that the enemy forces are going to attack anytime soon. They took a large hit. They're most likely just going to fortify, try to wait things out and whatnot. So not terribly worried about them. So yeah, I mean, I don't see much other real course of action I need to take here to help with anything. Sounds like it's some downtime for me.
Sure, sure.
Um,
Are you remaining in Ulthar the entire time, or are you going back to Farzit?
I mean, that's what I said. You have time to go back. You just can go back and forth at will, so or almost at will.
I guess I should go back every once in a while, at least to check in,
Mhm.
make sure Anja didn't somehow pop back or whatnot.
Mhm.
She's really unpredictable, and I wouldn't.
It's true. I don't know
wouldn't,
how I'm still here.
I wouldn't put it past her to just literally fall asleep in the dreamland and then wake up in the real world because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. I mean, that's not surprising. She's human
I mean, that
or
tracks.
half elf
True.
or humanoid or
Yes.
whatever you want to
Half
call it.
elf. Half elf is right.
Something. So it makes sense that she just stumbled around blindly like a little blind kitten.
Oh.
Um,
I hate you, Mr. Knight.
yeah, no, I'll go back and check just to make sure nothing horrible's happening.
Mhm.
But before I go, I wish to actually go see I forget if he had a name, the head cat, so to speak.
I
Pythia?
believe it was Snowball.
Snowball,
Ah,
yes. I
Snowball.
wish to go see I'm gonna go see Snowball in his, we'll call it, court.
You go to visit Snowball, and this time, instead of being surrounded by cats, Snowball is alone except for one or two attendants. Only humans, of course. His feline stewards do not appear there.
Mr. Knight will walk gingerly in. He'll give the base courtesies as is required, but nothing over the top. Pretty much the minimum, bare minimum.
Mhm.
He's barely putting an effort.
Yes, and definitely a smug air about my tail. Hello. I hope you're doing well.
Better before you got here, Mr. Knight.
Did At a game question, did I see him amongst the ranks of the cats that assisted in the assault?
You did not see him in any form of action on Farzine whatsoever. Um, you did catch him among the cats who were staring at you when you came back through,
That's not
although
surprising.
mostly hateful glares coming from him.
Mr. Knight will kind of strut around the room for a moment, quiet, finding a good spot where the sun now lays and just kind of flop down. And then he will wait a second before he glances over at Snowball again.
Furniture is being kneaded underneath his paws. He appears to be trying to hold it in, but still, you can kind of see a little bit of fluff drift down and kind of land in front of you.
Mr. Knight will then look at him and it was quite a successful raid. It was quite interesting how, with all the chaos, the enemies just fell upon themselves, eating each other. It's to be expected from such lowly creatures as them. So many brave souls took up the banner to fight for what is theirs, though. They are commendable for sure. All of them strong in spirit, worthy to be known as warriors. Hmm, I forget. I didn't really see you on the battlefield. Did did you forget?
Is one expected to fetch his own cream, his own fish? Only fools throw their lives away like that.
Ah, yes, fools. And fools tend to allow things to just happen around them without actually taking part in it as well.
Yes, I am a fool. But not for much longer.
Oh,
Now, unless you have something important to say, you best get along quickly. Uh, there's things about these humans that they covet. They fall so quickly and they shatter and they break.
This is true. It'd be a shame if you fell with them. And then Mr. Knight will stand up, stretch a bit, and then meander out.
Despite all this, despite the rage you see from Snowball, there is a look of glee in his eyes as you leave. And that frustrated kneading stops as you exit the domicile. And you find yourself going back to Farzine.
Yes, I will head back to Farzine. I should take my own advice and make sure the humans haven't, all tripped and cracked their head open.
Mm-hmm. You enter in through a dark space underneath a bed in the Albatross. And you walk by. You see a robed figure walking into a room, supposedly to get a nap. Who cares? Wearing the book club pin on his little robe, and continue down the stairs and out into Farzine. You watch, or rather, you see the image of that madman who is screaming on top of the roof, laughing, is down on the porch, smiling that knowing smile to himself. And you are approached by Captain Lothar.
I will lazily look at him as I take my paw, clean it, and then start cleaning myself.
Mr. Knight, we took the time to tie up and apprehend the deep one that you requested. What are your intentions with him? The guards are getting restless and they wish to kill him.
I don't know. Anja seemed to have some familiarity with the individual. Not exactly sure what's going on. Unfortunately, she has wandered off on her own and gotten herself lost, I think. I think she'll find her way back eventually. Not exactly sure when. Hopefully soon, given that we're probably still in dire straits here, but, I guess that just means I have to help out more. I don't know. Do you know anything about this individual, this deep one?
Trying to think, does Lothar know anything about Bran? Probably not.
They met.
I mean,
doesn't
He
doesn't mean
met
that they're gonna
a
put the connection
masked
together.
individual.
I mean, does he know who Bran is? Was?
Do
Yeah,
we
he
even
even asked him why
know?
he fled
would
when his
know
brother
he's
showed
the-
up.
Do we even know the name is Bran of this deep one? I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, I might. I probably overheard it. I guess Mr. Knight
I
was just like
said Bran, didn't I?
Anja referred to him as Bran. Braun. I don't know. Something like that.
I mean, he was the town doctor, so
That's exactly what Lothar says. He was the town doctor. He came with Anja and Riley
Ah,
before Riley cleared up his little skin thing going on.
I see.
But we thought he died. You know that weird mask that Anja carries around on her hip?
Yes, that creepy thing. Yes.
Yeah, he used to wear it on his face. He was a strange individual, and there was one time he killed some workers. They had an accident, you see, and I guess he thought they were. Well, he killed them
Hmm.
like a psychopathic murderer.
Seems
But he
horrible.
also
But
helped people
then
too.
again, given what's been going on around here, I guess I shouldn't be terribly surprised by that.
He was really the worst person you've ever met, honestly.
Jesus.
Hated cats, liked to kick them around.
Sounds
Is
like
this
a tone.
Lothar? Wait, is this Lothar talking or Kyle?
Lothar, this is all
Yeah,
in character.
Right.
I swear he gathered a bunch of cats and started skinning them. Wanted
Oh,
to find out
good
how many ways he could
Lord.
do it.
No, 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 no.
Well, the reason why I figured that Anja had some reason for trying to speak with them. Admittedly, given his condition, I have seen that may actually have a way of fixing him. But that's up to them. Where is Riley, anyways?
I don't know. He was getting rest the last time I.
I figured.
And let's cut over to Anja.
Wow.
Like we're in the middle of the sentence and just Michael Bay just appears. Hey, check this out.
Boom. I was gonna say, I'm assuming Mr. Knight has gone back a little in time since he doesn't know it's anything wrong. It's not a smoking shell of a place or
Correct. Time seems to be working weird for those who enter the Dreamlands and come back.
we've determined that.
Mhm. You are resting. Well, I should say we're kind of flying by a little bit. You are resting in this strange place, the Yelania's grove. And you had questions for her.
I did.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of.
So as we're all kicking back,
Mm-hmm.
relaxing, and I'm looking at the thing, hoping I'm not going to be a test subject again.
Mm-hmm.
This happened before. Elenia, I had Yelania? I thought it was Yelania. Sorry.
Elania.
Yelania. Ah, what's Yelania? Okay. Yelania. What do you know about people like me?
And she's serving you food as she's kind of cooking it. People like you, what do you mean? You are dreaming. People fall asleep and come to the Dreamlands all the time.
I'm not dreaming. I'm here. Like, really here. And
Pinch.
yeah,
Yeah, so you are. Magic? You are part of a spell? 3 points. It's really sharp digits.
oh, Jesus, fine.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come on. Go
We're
ahead.
about to rest anyways. It's all gonna
Exactly.
go away.
Exactly. Are you a wizard yourself? Do you cast a magic spell? There are many ways to get here.
No, I've started out with me just falling asleep, but apparently I sleepwalk in here. But I've been awake. I woke up and I was rescued from that sea monster by those ghouls. I'm really here. And here's
Did
the
you
other.
have an ancestor who with a cat?
Huh?
Did you have an ancestor who fucked a cat?
Would she
On
know
very
that?
rare occasions. Honestly,
What?
you'd think someone would have talked about it before.
Um, no, not as far as I know. No one in my family. I mean, I don't look like a cat. I'm a half elf, half human. But there's one other aspect too I want to bring up. Why you have to think of that? When I was swimming to rescue you, and a moment ago, or a few moments ago, whenever, when I touched your bubble, I hear voices, like dark voices, and feel a longing.
It is not my bubble, it is the Grove's bubble. I am just its caretaker.
I
This place is... There is a creature, a god. No, far ancient than that.
An old one, a great old one.
That's rather catchy. I like that. I'm going to write that down and maybe call it like a goo, just to simplify things.
Do you know what this? Do you know what it looks like? To have big tails on his face, and is about the
And she
size of a
points her
10-story
many
building.
fingered towards the bubble of water. There is an image in the water there of this creature. It sleeps in a sunken city.
I mean, the player knows damn well what this is. At least I think.
The powerful beings who set such a creature asleep used powerful magics. These tablets, this stone, like a tombstone almost.
Oh. Wait.
And they were able to kill this great creature, but it is undying. It does not die. It only sleeps. And they entombed it in this sunken city. And they shattered the stone and they split it and sent it to different worlds. And she throws down her bowl real quick. Now they say that it is shattered in multiple pieces, and there have been several people, several groups. There are people who wish to see this creature rise again, and they go searching for this stone tablet. But I think this is the Dreamlands. What is isn't, what isn't is. And I think they've made a mistake. And you watch as she kind of goes through these notes and everything right here. And she pulls out this paper which has been scribbled on, but it looks like it's been dunked underwater and allowed to dry, so it's worse than my handwriting. Just completely almost illegible. What isn't, what isn't is. And these people are looking for stones, but I do not think they are stones. Some
They
stones,
aren't.
but not all are stones.
I've seen one. One of my companions had one. They're connected to, as far as I know, a being named Ubisafa. Somebody, a being that seeks knowledge, all knowledge, from what I could gather from my companion.
That
It's
would
his followers, the ones who put this beast to sleep? This old one?
I do not know. Um, to
It
be
was not that
honest,
big.
my thought was that they shattered it, sent it places, but that it's not actually a stone sometimes. Sometimes it is a person. This stone is to waken this this goo, as you called it, this great old one. And in order to waken somebody, and you watch as she takes a piece of chalk and she starts making this circle around you, pulling out this a pair of pince-nez eyeglasses,
I'm gonna be a
a
damn science
mirror.
experiment
You're
again.
gonna be a damn science experiment again.
That's fine. Maybe she'll give me some friggin' answers though. Unlike
Mhm.
what's his name there?
And again, and this magic spell, you kind of feel this energy kind of bubble around you, and you watch as Yelenia looks at you, and her eyes kind of go wide. The tentacle whiskers of her nose um, kind of wave in the air. You are a tablet.
Me?
You go into dreams and leave dreams. You you are one of the tablets to waken this old one.
We have the tablets.
I think
Sorry,
I think
Riley's
you
writing
should.
stuff.
It's a tramp stamp.
It's not the right location to be a tramp stamp. It's on her. It's like right about here.
It's on her vagine. What?
It's on my just under my shoulder blade. All right,
It's
side.
actually a tattoo of a kraken, and the tentacles are coming out of a. Okay, anyway.
Oh Jesus! No, no, absolutely not.
I'd like to remind people that Murder Hobo Inc. is not always good for children. This is a show for over 18-year-olds, and if your kid's watching this, or perhaps you're one of my kids watching this in the future, why are you watching this? I've told you not to watch this. Go to bed. I am not at fault for anything I say or do on here. Anyway,
Oh, please.
Elenia, I think you, I think you are a piece or something, a fragment, and I think you need to see what is down there.
Down where?
She points to the bubble. And what you thought was just kind of this monolith plinth poking out of this fountain is instead just the tip of the iceberg.
Uh,
Here.
hey, I'm not
And
gonna
she
wake this thing up, right? If I do this, I don't want to wake this up.
You should not wake it up from here. You need all the pieces. If you are
Okay.
one piece, you cannot wake it up, I think.
Okay, so as long as we don't have all the pieces, how many pieces are there? Do you know? Well, that answers a lot of questions. But do you
So the
know
question
how many
now,
pieces there are?
she has nothing more to say as she indicates the bubble of water.
How tired do I feel? How long was that day? Because I meant ask if we could do it in the morning.
Whenever you would like to do it, Anja.
Or how stressful do I think this is?
Well, I mean, how stressed do you feel?
Nervous, but not so like I'm actually knowing that I'm not going to wake it up. And this is just kind of exploratory.
Mm-hmm.
Not that stressful. Of course, who knows what I'm going to find there or what I'm going to have to do.
Do you
All
go
right.
in?
Take my axe in hand. Of course. Will I ever let go of that thing?
As you go
And
walking to the bubble, you see this green figured with these long pointy ears. You do not need that where you are going.
it probably wants to go. It doesn't tend to want to leave my side.
That one went over
No,
someone's
it
head.
did not. It did not. I get it. Come on, I'm a nerd.
Okay. Lonnie, it just shatters this little glass beaker in front of your face, and this powder goes into your nose as you suddenly start to develop gills. You only have an hour. Go. You will
Okay,
need all the time you get.
I go.
And you dive into the water with your axe.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a part of me now, I think.
Sure,
So
sure.
I'm taking it. I mean, I probably don't need it. It's not. I'm not taking it because I feel like I'm safer with it. I'm taking it more that it's just kind of something I always have with me now. It's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, also, it does help with fear. And that might be very valuable wherever it is I'm going.
You enter the water. And as you do, fully enter it, there is this glowing green crystals that kind of wrap their way around the bubble of water itself. But as you look around, you are not in a bubble of water. You are in this you're swimming in front of this ancient looking pyramid. And it is huge.
Considering what's in it, if he's in it. Yes.
There, swim around, you don't see any entrance whatsoever. But you watch, you look, and you can kind of see images in the carved into the stone. And while you kind of get this current of water. There is no deterioration on the stone. It is all perfectly carved. And you feel yourself being drawn upwards to the top.
I'm gonna follow the feeling wherever it
All
leads me.
the while you again boom, 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 the words darkly whispering in your ears, which are written on this piece of paper, but not that piece of paper. Oh, poop on a stick. Uh, had to happen at some point tonight. Cthulhu Fhtagn.
Is it Cthulhu Fhtagn?
That is what I whispered, yes. And
That's what's
yep,
written on the
I am.
walls and what I'm hearing.
That is, jeez. Yes, you are hearing that. It is not written on the walls, but you can kind of see it. And as you get closer and closer, you see figures start to emerge. The tramp stamp as
It's
you
that
get like
fucking
to the third um, level, just kind of before you get to the top there, you can watch as groups of figures are all kind of dancing around at this level of the pyramid. You kind of circle around, and there is your tattooed on and blazoned on part of the stone. And you go up to the next rung, and there you see a person. And it looks like they're kind of walking through walls.
As I went by the tattoo mark, I do reach out and touch it. It's probably
That's
just a mark. It's probably just a thing, but I still reach out and touch it. Just cause. And then I keep on going. To see this person
yeah, you see this person
walking through walls.
just above this mark that you recognize as the tattoo that you have on your shoulder. This figure who is walking through walls and then stands in front, hands raised.
Is it a woman and is she familiar?
It appears to be a woman. Honestly, as you were kind of rising up this pyramid on this particular face of the pyramid, you do see things that, you know, kind of remind you um, of something. You watch, you see images of this girl walking through
Girl, okay.
walls.
It's not.
You see parents to this figure. Um, Brothers, sisters. As you kind of rise up, you kind of see as as life continues on, you see this old matronly woman taking the girl from the family, watching her again continue to walk through walls, walk through places, um, until you get, like I said, near this top and you see this kind of figure holding out arms to reach forward towards this top figure. And there you see the image of a man, huge in proportion, a distended belly, arms going down below the length of its knees, ending in claws. Wings sprout from its back, and its head looks like the head of an octopus. And if you kind of circle around, you kind of see that there is this image on the top of the pyramid on all sides. If you look at the other sides of the pyramids, you watch or you see a an image reaching out to grab onto this being to take it through a door. You see another holding power in her hands as they have to be creatures, these lumps of flesh, tendrils, as she holds this power in her hands, as these lumps and tendrils surge forward into the body of Cthulhu. Again, on another side, where you see like that creature that was wandering underneath Farzine with its long distended arms, like that member of the book club had become. And in its hands above it, it holds all of these stone tablets hovering above it. And in another still, you watch from the bowels of this massive sea creature a bird flying overhead. As it tends to Cthulhu. And this chanting in your head, in your ears, gets louder, telling you to go to the sunken city. Chule, to wake him up. Your purpose. And as you reach out, you're drawn to touch Cthulhu, this glowing effigy. And as you touch it, you feel this pulse from the water. Just boom. And we return to Farzine.
What did
Mr.
I do?
Knight on the ground, recovering from a massive fireball that just went off. We see Riley once more gazing around, the light coming from the stronghold, and the water itself is as smooth as glass. And Riley, from your perch on top, you see it. This wind blowing from an easterly direction, and then all of a sudden, like a ripple throughout the water, swims and hits the coast, and you feel this breeze just suddenly shift direction into the west. Mr. Knight, you're able to catch this breeze as well. And a smell of the sea and if darkness, overwhelming darkness could have a smell, It hangs on the breeze. And Riley, you watch as this kind of pulse in the water goes across, hits the island. Dirt just... And you watch as the light coming from the stronghold begins to dim. And we will end there tonight.
Oh, shit.
Way to go.
I've set off another natural disaster.
Well, isn't this okay?
I think that's more of a cosmic disaster.
Like,
So
are we
there was-
having like a kaiju battle, like Cthulhu versus Fenathoa? Like, isn't that
That would
the
be
plan?
amazing, by the way, to see that.
and all we
You
have to
know
do
what
is try
the
to
thing is?
survive the fight.
Or would Fenathoa
You guys are just going to turn invisible. I know what's going to happen.
Oh, invisible or not, shit's gonna get blown up around here. We need to be like ducking and dodging and hoping.
Oh boy. I mean, I was wondering if I was compelled to touch that dam
Mm-hmm.
and set off that pulse. I didn't have a choice, right?
You didn't have a choice. And I will say...
You were considered MacGuffin.
Can I do one thing before I forget? Not that it'll make a difference because my rolls all suck.
One more thing, you may go.
All right, all I want to do is make an insight check on Eulania, whether or not she is in on this, and this is why she sent me here to do this.
Okay.
Where's insight? Insight. It's 14.
Okay. So, guys, that's been it for CRED tonight. We
Ah!
will catch you 2 weeks from
High
now.
enough.
We'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors, Pirate Dog Dice, and of course, Oddfish Games with their solar system. That's the Radiance Adventure Engine, the Radiance Advance, the Luminous Campaign Engine, and the Shine Engine, as well as their adventure sense like the Warm Bakery, the Japanese Tea House, the Fairgrounds, Cooking with Dice, the Acid Test, and How to RPG with your Mr. Knight. I mean, Cat Snowball.
That's right.
Don't forget to check out Threadless. $12 for the shirts.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're so comfortable. And if you have a giant squid-headed figure on yours, people will love it and they will talk to you about it for ages. Did you know that you're wearing a Cthulhu shirt? Like, no shit, really? Idiot. Like, I like octopus. You don't like this one. Anyway,
It doesn't really look like an octopus, though. She's just got the tentacles.
Be sure to check out the Calamity campaign on Saturday or Margoo on Sunday, or watch both of them. Then I don't have to say or, I could say and then Pillars of Jocularity next Thursday, and we will see you 2 weeks from now. Wave to the camera, say goodnight, and goodbye, Riley.